all-new episode of NBA 2K TV. First up, let's talk about one of the best defenders in the NBA. You may know him as Triple J.
Yeah, he has a few different monikers, as I found out. We're catching up with Memphis Grizzlies star Jaren Jackson Jr. Take a look.
Thanks for joining us on a picture-perfect Sunday night for some NBA on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson, Stan Van Gundy, and Grant Hill here with me. And in a few moments, we'll hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce. And a look at the starters for the Spurs. Sohan and Wemby are the bigs. Vassell and Johnson are the 2 and the 3. And it's Paul in at the point guard. And for Toronto, Barrett is the 3, and Barnes will play the 4. Duncan Robinson is out there with Emmanuel Quickley. And it's Vucevic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Grant, one thing these teams have in common, they are great at rebounding the basketball.
Oh, yes, they are. I mean, it'll be a battle down low. Boxing out is vital, and second chance points may just decide this game.
Paul passes to Wembanyama. Here's Sohan. Outside Paul. Shot clock at 6. Spurs need to get one up here. Johnson for 3. Rebound Toronto. Fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And you know, some games you're plagued by false starts and slow momentum. You could tell they were getting frustrated.
Well, it wasn't a pretty game as far as shooting goes, but ugly wins count just the same.
A truly dynamic big man. Vucevic really has the ability to shoot from almost anywhere on the floor.
Sohan, the pass to Wembanyama. Johnson with it, guarded by Vucevic. Vassell outside. Shoots over Robinson. Barnes with the rebound.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Quickly against Paul. Now here's Barrett. He's closely guarded. Here's Vucevic. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Vucevic has got 5 points.
Yeah, an impressive offensive rebounder. Vucevic isn't afraid of throwing his weight around.
Paul finds Wembanyama. Oh, Wembanyama throws it down.
Tossing a pass to the interior. That's what you want to do. Get into the paint.
And it's Quickly with a miss. For San Antonio, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Johnson inside, guarded by Barrett. Yep, that one's good.
He's a very strong wing. Johnson is about 220 pounds, and he knows how to use his body.
Now here's Quickly. So versatile on offense, averaging around 23.5 points per contest. Here's Barrett. Rebounded by Johnson.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
That gives him the lead.
Yeah, and despite his relative lack of size, CP very crafty finishing inside.
Coach, when you watch Wemby, it's not the height that jumps out. It's the way he moves with that height.
Brian, I've been around the NBA a long time, and you think you've seen it all. But when you see someone with Wembanyama's size and the things he can do, his ball handling, his shooting range, the way he moves, blocking shots, this guy is one of a kind.
Feels like he's emerging as the face of the NBA soon.
I think that's what we all expect.
Now here's Sohan. In his last outing, he had 11 points.
Yeah, terrific follow-through from Wembanyama, proving he has a good head on his shoulders.
And Toronto calls time here. And going against San Antonio, their first meeting of the year.
Not exactly the biggest game on the season schedule, but both teams are capable of flashing serious potential.
And last year, they split their season series. So this is a chance for one of them to get the upper hand on the other.
Now here's Quickly. 17 points in his last outing. Outside Robinson. Shoots over Vassell. Rebounded by the Spurs. Inside. Oh, got a piece of it. Quickly with a rebound. For Toronto, they've gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. Vucevic, the pass to quickly. Here's Barnes. And that one no good to start off the night. The Spurs have gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. Here's Sohan. And Vucevic over to help. Wembanyama's got space. And the 18-footer right on the mark. Wembanyama's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Nice work from the mid-range. This team encourages Wembanyama to look for his shot.
The 3, Barrett knocks down the triple.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
The Spurs have gotten 50% of their shots to fall so far. They're 5 of 10. Here's Vassell. And it's blocked by Vucevic.
Well, defensively, Vucevic was in great position and times that perfectly.
Outside Barnes. Rebound by San Antonio. Wembanyama's got 4 rebounds now. Paul for 3. Offensive rebound. Sohan. Oh, Robinson with a block.
And they've come out with a fearless approach on the boards.
Barnes, it's good.
An all-out hustle from Barnes, running the floor to get the bucket.
San Antonio trailing here. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I briefly spoke with Darko Rajakovic. He said they spent all week watching film on Victor Wembanyama, trying to find flaws that they could take advantage of, and no such luck. So their mission tonight is to try to make someone else beat them, which coach admits could be fool's errand.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie.
Inside is where Barnes is most effective, taking point-blank shots.
Pass to Wembanyama. Johnson with it. In the game against Philadelphia, very impressive. Outside Paul. Clock at 6. Sohan outside. Fires for 3. Rebound Toronto.
Man, miss after miss for him. When you're having a quarter like this, the only beneficiary is the defense.
The 3 is up. Toronto the rebound. Shot from the low post is good. Vucevic has got 7 points in the game.
A player that seemingly inhales rebounds. Vucevic attacks the glass with great energy.
Sohan, the pass to Wembanyama. Outside Johnson. To the inside. Here's Barnes. Sohan with a rebound.
Well, despite his lack of efficiency, the team has put together a good offensive effort tonight.
Back to Vassell. Here's Wembanyama. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
As a coach, that would drive me nuts. Wembanyama is the first guy you need to get a body on.
Vucevic. Oh, he gets it to go. So far, he can't miss. He's 4 for 4.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Stan, it feels like the hardest part of team building is getting a superstar. The Spurs have one.
Well, they sure do, B.A. San Antonio was retooling for a few years, and then they won that 2023 lottery and draft Victor Wembanyama, a superstar, and now it's about surrounding him with the right guys.
Well, Grant, we're deep into the season now. For teams who will miss the playoffs, where are their heads at, you think?
Well, B.A., first of all, it's a chance for some of the others to show out. Their focus should be on finishing strong, and realistically, you start planning for the offseason. But there are still games left to play.
Off the inbound. Barnes, no good.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Hurdle, the pass to Payne. Here's Dick. Three-pointer off the mark. Spurs trail by 5. Outside Barnes. Pass to Jones. He takes it in. Stan, when Trey Jones is on the floor, you can just see how easily the offense flows.
Well, Brian, he's the kind of point guard that teammates love to play with because his only thought out there is setting up other guys. He's not going to light you up with his own scoring, but he is a great facilitator.
Old school, traditional point guard makes everybody better.
You don't see many of those anymore.
Castle's checked in for San Antonio. And the second free throw is good.
Well, you like the passion Jones steps on the floor with, especially for being so undersized.
Outside Payne. Pass to Abaji. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
Outside Jones. Here's Castle, averaging around 6 a game. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Raptors lead by 4. Here's Abaji. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And since the All-Star break concluded, here's a view of which teams are leading the league in second chance points. Number 1, the Raptors.
Second half of the season, they've made a concerted effort to compete on the offensive glass, and you see it in the numbers.
And the first one at the line is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Pass to Castle. And here's Barnes from outside the arc. Rebounded by Payne. Here's Abaji. 15 in his last outing. Payne pass to Vucevic. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Spurs trail by 6. Outside Jones. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Well, even though he's just 6'1", Jones is confident inside. Doesn't fear going up amongst taller players.
And here's Payne outside. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Some room here for Jones. A quick shot there. It's off target. Raptors lead by 4. Pass to Pirtle. Three-pointer, Vucevic. Second chance shot. The shot by Pirtle, no good. Well, San Antonio's shooting just 38% so far in this one. Drives to the hoop. Castle misses.
The defense does just enough to alter that shot.
Dick, the pass to Vucevic. Over Barnes. And again, Toronto, no good. And so it's Jones who brings up the ball for the Spurs. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
They've been so active on the offensive glass. Those second chance points have really come in bunches.
And Toronto calls time here.
It may be a players' league, but the coaches obviously play a big part as well.
And this is when a coach earns his paycheck. Analyze the situation and give your players the information they need to succeed.
Boucher's checked in for Toronto. Payne, the pass to Boucher. Here's Dick. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Nice dribble move to get to the hoop for an easy 2.
Spurs trail by 4. To the middle. Oh! Wembanyama throws it down.
And the offensive skills of Wembanyama are a huge part of his high value. And nice to see him deliver it.
Here's Dick. Here's Pirtle. And the layup is good.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Pass to Barnes. Takes it inside, and it's Boucher with the rebound. Toronto leading by 4. Here's Abaji.
Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
And the basket by Branham.
When he gets the ball inside, Branham knows not to waste a good scoring opportunity.
Stolen by Wembanyama. Here's Branham, started by Dick, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Grady Dick picks one up. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Toronto.
Well, those early blocks are key. They are intimidating their opponents and making them hesitate.
And I've also really enjoyed watching them hit the boards, specifically the offensive glass and how they've capitalized on that hustle.
The Spurs making a switch here. Melton's checked in. And there it is for him. And the Raptors lead by 2.
He's not the quickest guy out there, but he can outsmart you and outwork you.
Jones, the pass to Wembanyama. Now here's Melton. Checking his stats. He's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Outside Jones. 5 on the clock. From deep. And it's Toronto with a rebound. Hurdle's got 4 rebounds in the game.
Well, he can't get anything to go right now. It's time to look at affecting the game in other ways.
Here's Abaji. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Now here's Jones. Guarded by Dick. Jones misses. Outside Dick. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
Highlight reel dribble move, and then the athleticism takes over.
Yeah, he wasn't going to be denied there, showing all the skill. Nikola Vucevic, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Toronto. He had solid production this quarter with scoring and rebounding. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, what stands out to you from Toronto in this one?
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Yeah, but it's hard to keep that kind of intensity for the entire game. But if they can come close to that, they'll be in a great spot.
Raptors lead by 4. Barrett is the 3, and Barnes will play the 4. Emmanuel quickly is out there with Duncan Robinson. And it's Boucher in at the 5. That's the group for Toronto to kick off the second quarter.
Such a gutsy player. Barrett takes on challenging defenders in style and stays in control.
Melton with the ball. And it's Boucher picking him up. Melton misses. And for the Raptors, they're shooting 47% in this one. Looking efficient. The 3, Barrett. Rebounded by the Spurs. Wembanyama's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Guys, Scotty Barnes said, my game starts on the defensive end, guarding anybody and taking pride in it. That leads to great offense in transition and just leads me to stay on lockdown throughout the game. Brian?
And Allie, for all his offensive gifts, that focus on defense is what makes him special. And he drops it first. Stan, you've coached so many rookies over the years. What are some key things you like to see from a player coming into the league?
Well, look, you've got to have a guy, Brian, that's ready to compete at that level and has to bring that every night. From there, it's just all about learning. There's going to be mistakes, but you want guys who can learn and improve at a consistent rate.
Is it true that defense is the fastest way into the coach's heart?
Well, it's certainly a way to gain confidence, that's for sure.
Johnson for 3. Counted from distance. Johnson's got 5.
Yeah, that's a good shot by Johnson. He's always a threat from out there.
Barnes passes to Barrett. Rebounded by the Spurs, coming off that win against the Sixers.
And I think they were prepared to face pressure D, but that never materialized, so they took advantage.
And you could sense the difference in energy. They were keyed up, jumping on mistakes. They just outworked them.
And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for San Antonio. After this game, they can look forward to Detroit, where they will match up against the Pistons. It's the second game of 3 on the road.
That time, Vassell looked like he was shot out of a cannon.
So it's Toronto now. San Antonio getting their last shot to go. Back to Barrett. Right side, Robinson. They need this. And there's Barrett on the assist from Robinson. Barrett's gotten his 3rd basket of the night. It's been neck and neck this entire first half.
Yeah, 8 lead changes so far. These clubs are looking evenly matched.
And the foul called on R.J. Barrett. That's foul number 2 for him.
And there's just 1 foul now away from the penalty.
Castle's checked in for San Antonio. Robinson against Vassell. It's stolen by Barnes. Pass to Vucevic. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
With his length and energy, Wembanyama has the ability to be a game-changing defender. Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
And that was good.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
The Raptors with a lead. Outside Barrett. To the paint. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama.
Well, that's the kind of defensive play you need to win ball games. Great block from Wembanyama.
Vassell's shot is good. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Spurs.
Well, their defense has been really impressive, especially the number of blocks they've managed to get. It's not easy to keep denying guys at the rim.
Yeah, they've also had a great deal of second chance points tonight. Great job finding the offensive board and then converting on those extra tries.
Coach, as you know, two-way wings like Devin Vassell are a hot commodity in the NBA these days.
Yeah, Brian, he's got good defensive instincts. He's got great length. And offensively, a pretty good three-point shooter. But his main weapon is that mid-range jump shot.
They get it back. Wembanyama. In traffic, Wemby goes to work.
There were questions about Wembanyama's strength coming into the league. No problem with the contact here.
Here's Barnes. Oh, it's blocked by Wembanyama.
Well, I hate to say it, but he hasn't done a lot to help their cause tonight. He's been a little erratic from the floor. Well, Coach has to be ecstatic with how that trip down the floor went. They got the shot they wanted.
Here's Quickly. And again, Toronto no good. On offense, here is San Antonio. They're on a 16-5 run. Count the basket.
I just love the ball.
Raptors trail by 7. Quickly passes to Robinson. Now here's Quickly. Defense right on it. And a missed layup. For San Antonio, they've gotten 7 of 10 attempts to drop in the second quarter. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. You know, Grant, you talk to scouts about Stephon Castle. They just feel like this guy's a winner.
Well, certainly we saw that at Connecticut. Now, as a freshman, he was a key piece in their title run. He actually turned up his game in the tournament, and that's rare for any freshman.
Walter, he's checked in for Robinson.
You love the frame and the length Castle brings to the guard position. Their strong work ethic has been evident on the glass, really getting after it and being physical.
And the defense had no chance trying to stop him there, just punishing them on the break.
Now here's Barnes. He had 31 in the win against the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah, and he chipped in a couple of blocks also. A well-rounded, complete effort throughout.
These are his first free throws of the game. And he knocks down the first one. And, Coach, you took the Magic to the 2009 NBA Finals. give us an idea of the different kind of pressure that exists in the finals.
Well, I didn't really feel as much pressure, but at the end of it, it was excruciating to get that close and to have a chance and then to lose it.
Oh, go up and go get it, Wimby.
I mean, it seems like you could throw it up to Wembanyama on every offensive possession, and he'll slam it home. And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of those.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
The 3 from Quickly. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Wembanyama's got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating. And it's Sohan off the drive.
Yeah, erasing the shot. Barnes saw it coming and gets there to knock it away.
Here's Wembanyama. Wembanyama hammers it down. And so Quickly will bring it up for the Raptors. Barnes. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
I like watching Barnes challenge defenses like this, earning these calls in the process.
First free throw is good.
And he didn't go to the line once in the first half. But now he's figuring out how to draw contact and get himself to the line.
Both free throws good from Barnes.
Yeah, this guy is so key for this team. Barnes with so many valuable minutes night in and night out.
Ball passes to Sohan. Now Johnson jacks up a 3. Good, and the assist to Wembanyama. Johnson's got 10 points in the quarter.
And he's carried them this quarter, a dominant offensive stretch.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
This is how you stay in the game. They're doing a beautiful job from the line, 100% this quarter.
Jakob Poeltl, he's checked in for Toronto. And he sinks the second.
And with Barrett, we know he can score the ball. Now he must focus on becoming a better passer and facilitator.
And Sohan gets it to go. And the Spurs lead by 15.
And their offensive execution has really picked up here in the second period.
Quickly passes to Barrett. Pass to Walter. The 3 is up. They get it again. It's Barnes on the wing. And again, Toronto, no good.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone. It's a little too early to be over the limit. They need to keep a close eye on their foul situation.
He's got his first free throws of the night right here.
Yeah, just knocking down every free throw. I mean, I love to see this kind of efficiency.
And the Raptors with some changes. Abaji's checked in for Scotty Barnes. Dick comes in for Barrett, and Payne is subbed in for Quickly. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for San Antonio. Walter from outside. Victor Wembanyama grabs the board. Wembanyama's got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. And here's Paul. He's got 6. Pass to Wembanyama. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Rebound Toronto. Poeltl's got 7 rebounds in the game. Dick, the pass to Payne. Down low. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Here's Castle, guarded by Dick. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
That's his first personal.
And now let's check out the best rookie rebounder since the All-Star break. Stephon Castle third, the 4th spot held by Jacoby Walter.
And these two have been outstanding on the boards, amongst the best over the second half of the season.
A different look for San Antonio. Branham comes in for Sohan, and it's Jones in for Chris Paul. Pass to Poeltl. Here's Abaji. He's guarded by Barnes. Here's Walter. Launches a 3. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Spurs lead by 13. Here's Kessel. 5 points in the game. Hurdle with some nice D.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Branham. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
How about Branham finishing that play with authority?
Walter can't get it to go. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. And growing up in California, Stan, when did you first fall in love with the game of basketball?
Well, Brian, my dad coached for a long time, and I just remember going to his practices and going to his games. I can't remember a time where I didn't love the game.
Toronto making a switch here. Boucher's checked in. And San Antonio also making a switch. Melton's checked in. Here's Dick. And again, Toronto, no good.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Sends it home from three-point land. Dick's got 7.
And I love Dick's aggressive mindset. I mean, this is how lethal he can be catching and firing.
Barnes passes to Wembanyama. Here's Branham, guarded by Dick. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 9 points in the game.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
Hits the trifecta.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Pass to Barnes. Here's Branham. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
And they've capitalized well from the free throw line. Their percentage is impressive.
A late first rounder in the 2022 draft. Malachi Branham averaged double figures as a rookie. That is rare for a teenager.
Pass to Boucher. Here's Abaji. He's guarded by Barnes. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
No debate there. He got hammered.
And he'll take his 3rd and 4th free throws of the night. First one falls for him.
Taking 2 shots.
So he makes 1 of 2, and the second one misses.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Oh, rejected by Boucher. Hurdle, the pass to Abaji. Shoots over Melton, and the basket by Abaji. Agbaji's got 7 points in the game.
Well, he got to his spot in the mid-range, and that's a shot he's going to make more often than not.
Over to the left wing, Branham connects from downtown. Branham's got 10 points in the quarter.
Well, when you have a guy scoring like he is, you redraw every play to be about getting him the ball.
Payne, the pass to Dick, takes the 3. Jones grabs the board. And it's Jones with the ball for the Spurs. 17 points was their biggest margin. Good on the bucket.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
Raptors trail by 16. Payne, the pass to Boucher. Now here's Dick. Melton covers. Payne against Jones. Payne with the bucket. Now Jones. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Philadelphia. Pass to Branham. And here's Wembanyama. Barnes with it. Hurdle with the block. Payne, pass to Abaji. Count that one. 9 points in the game.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
Spurs lead by 12. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Branham, covered by Pirtle. Outside Jones. Pass to Wembanyama. Now here's Melton. 6 to shoot. The shot, no good. Here's Abaji. Hurdle. Nice persistence to tip it back in. Hurdle's got his second basket of the game.
Great anticipation off the missed shot.
Oh, his timing was impeccable. And so the San Antonio Spurs ending the quarter up 10. And they push the tempo in this one, getting out in transition and making the defense pay. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Thanks. I'm here with Spurs head coach Greg Popovich. Coach, how do you get this team playing so efficiently at the offensive end?
I beg my butt off constantly. It's embarrassing.
At least the begging's paying off, though. Good luck in the second half. Thanks, Coach.
All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. A pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. They only had a couple rough stretches, and as the first period came to a close, they had a 4-point deficit. With an excellent team performance in the second quarter, they were able to push ahead, scoring easily and defending with a lot more intensity, pushing out to a 10-point lead here at the half. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on how San Antonio played?
They were getting after it on the glass, like wild animals. They got a nice edge in that department, which has led to this lead. They won the heart and hustle battle in that first. Now we'll see.
Looking at Toronto, Shaq, your thoughts?
If they want to get back in this game, they need to stop fouling. Fouls result in easy sweeps.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. You know, Victor Wembanyama has been exceptional here, guys.
And given that he's just delivered a double-double through 2 quarters, I'm excited to see his stats at the end of the night.
Well, he's already put in a full day's work. They might want to lighten the load on him in the second half.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting the second half with. Sohan and Wemby are the bigs. Vassell and Johnson are the 2 and the 3. And it's Paul in at the point guard position. And finished off by Boucher.
Just a big play at this juncture of the game. Second chance points could be the key for them.
Impressive effort right there. That's what they need to mount a comeback. Here's Wembanyama. Can't get it to drop. He's now shooting 10 for 14. Barnes passes to Boucher. Barnes with it, covered by Johnson. Outside Robinson. There's the triple. Rebounded by the Spurs. Inside. And Sohan gets it to go. Sohan's gotten his second bucket on the night.
They're using his size well and putting some muscle behind his play. That's how Sohan gets to his shot inside.
Not a great start to the second half, just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
Back to Barrett. Here's the 3. Second chance effort. And Boucher with a layup.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Pass to Wembanyama. Now here's Sohan. He's covered closely. Here's Paul. Vassell outside. Step back and fire. And it's in. Off the glass. Vassell's got 8 points.
Yeah, and that mid-range shot is really Vassell's primary weapon.
Grant, compared to some of the flashier scorers, Devin Vassell has a more workmanlike approach.
Yeah, he can quietly drop a big game on you. He doesn't draw attention with stylish plays and big circus shots. He just grinds it out by finding his looks.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Here's Sohan. And it's good for 2. Sohan's gotten 4 this quarter.
Yeah, the paint is Sohan's go-to area as a scorer. He feels emboldened to attack inside.
The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. Spurs lead by 7. Vassell passes to Paul. Outside Johnson. Pass to Paul. Vassell outside. From deep three-point land. It's rebounded by Barrett. And Barrett has got the ball here for Toronto. It's off to Washington after this one, where they will face the Wizards. It'll be the front end of a 2-game road trip. The Spurs have gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Here's the 3 from Paul. Good, and the assist to Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got assist number 5 here tonight. Raptors trail by 10. Here's Quickly. And he makes it. Quickly's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
Wow, he doesn't make those kind of plays too often. Sweet move inside.
And that one's good. Paul. And the Spurs lead by 10.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow. Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
Out of bounds. It'll be Toronto's ball.
I'm not sure what happened there. You just can't give away possessions in this league.
And the Raptors making a change here. Vucevic is checked in. Toronto's gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Up top, Robinson shoots over Vassell, and off the left side of the rim, it swirls in for him.
It had to be lightning quick, and Robinson got it away.
Vassell passes to Paul. It's Vassell with the drive. And he throws it down with one hand.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut it to the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
Pass to Wembanyama. They get it back. And the dunk by Wembanyama.
Well, Victor doesn't have too far to go. I mean, he just pops up to the rim, makes it look so easy.
Kicks it out to Barnes. Outside Barrett. Beyond the arc. Rebound by San Antonio. Wembanyama's. Barrett against Johnson. Here's Sohan. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. And now a 12-point San Antonio lead. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, drawing charges is an art. The Warriors' Brandon Podziemski led the league last season, and he said, I'm not going to jump with anybody at the rim and block them. This is another form of rim protection. And Brian, while some have labeled them dangerous and called for charges to be taken out of the game, they remain a winning play.
Yeah, that's a good point, Allie. Thanks. Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over. And during the first few seasons of Immanuel Quickley's career, he was seen primarily as a scorer, Greg.
Yes, but recently has blossomed into a more versatile threat. The leap we've seen in his passing has been especially impressive. He's a player to watch out for moving forward.
Walter, he's checked in for Toronto.
Man, Wembanyama looking unstoppable.
To the inside, Barrett. The shot comes out. Johnson with the defensive effort. San Antonio leading by 12. Left side, Wembanyama. Wow! Victor takes it to him inside.
All too easy for Wembanyama. He feels like no one can defend him inside.
Yeah, and they're fighting to get back in this one, but unfortunately, he just keeps coming up empty.
They get the rebound. Lays it up and banks it in. Wembanyama's got 8 points here in the quarter.
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
Now a moment to take a look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it's been trending for Scotty Barnes.
And one thing he's gotten better at as the years have gone on is scoring the ball, shouldering a bigger load of the offense, and being willing to accept the responsibility of a go-to option for this team.
San Antonio has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Jones misses.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Pass to Castle. Rebound Toronto. Vucevic has got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's Barrett. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Barrett's got 15 points.
Yeah, this is the kind of scorer Barrett can be. When he's playing to his strengths, he can catch fire.
Jones' shot is good.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Pass to Castle. Johnson against Vucevic. Johnson passes to Jones. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to go on Emmanuel quickly.
Well, defensively, you have to be careful about fouling Jones. He's a high percentage free throw shooter.
The Spurs making a switch here. Branham's checked in. To the paint. Here's Barrett. Ooh, he connects. His 7th basket. He's 7 of 15 now.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
It's Barnes on the wing. Quickly against Jones. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Outside Dick. He shoots it. No good there. That would have cut it to single digits. To the middle. Here's Jones. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Spurs.
Well, they've been owning the painted area offensively. I love the intensity they're playing with down there.
You also can't ignore the good job they've done rebounding on the offensive end tonight. That hustle has been well rewarded with second chance points. That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
Pass to Johnson. Pirtle grabs a miss. Pirtle's got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Abaji. Up top, Dick. It's stolen by Barnes. Oh, and a fast break for the Spurs. And the layup is good off the glass. And the Spurs lead by 13.
And I think that play tells you everything you need to know. They're simply playing at a higher level, getting a steal and turning it into quick points.
From deep, Melton. Pirtle grabs a miss. Pirtle's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Walter from outside. He drops it from range. Walters has got 11.
Well, he's playing great tonight, but not quite well enough to carry the entire team. They need to find some other contributors.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
Yeah, they're not pulling any punches here. Even the guards are attacking the basket.
Here's Dick. That one is off. Spurs lead by 12. And there's the drive. Here's Branham. Pirtle grabs a miss. Pirtle's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Pass to Abaji. Outside Payne. 4-3. Jones with some nice D. San Antonio's gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. Melton finds Barnes. Inside. Payne with the bucket. Payne's got his third bucket of the night.
Just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important. Not only is he putting up the numbers, but he's doing it at a very efficient rate. Exactly when his team needs it.
Their spacing isn't quite as good as it was in the first half. They may need to hit more threes to stretch that defense.
From the stripe, Jones misses. Raptors trail by 10. Pass to Walter. Off the mark. Had a chance there to trim it to single digits. Here's Jones. Kicks it out to Barnes. That's tipped. 6 on the shot clock. Pirtle grabs a miss.
Yeah, and they hold the lead in spite of his cold shooting night. He has not been able to get it going.
Jones drives in. And the bucket is good. Jones has got 11 in the second half.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
And so the San Antonio Spurs going into the break up 12. Tough to run with them. They get the ball up the court so fast. And don't go far. We'll be right back. Greg Popovich addressing his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Get about 3 or 4 stops in a row. Let's get something put together defensively. Offense will take care of itself. Both teams are scoring. Somebody's got to play D.
And Greg Popovich would very much like for his team to start locking things down defensively.
Your coach isn't interested in just trading buckets back and forth. He'd rather them lock in and focus and just overpower them.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Barrett is the 3, and Barnes will play the 4. Duncan Robinson is out there with Walter, and it's Vucevic in at the center position. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors.
Trying to close out, you got to know who's hot and who's not. He's carried much of the scoring load tonight, and with the win in reach, don't expect him to let up. The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. Vassell against Barrett. And Vucevic with the block.
It's awesome seeing Vucevic go after blocks. When he makes his presence felt, it makes a difference.
Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
Here's Vassell. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Paul's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Simple. The closer you are to the hoop, the better your chance to score.
Well, you can see it in his assist numbers. Robinson has shown growth as a playmaker.
And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. 17 points was their biggest margin. Rebound Toronto. They still have time to make this a game.
But they really need to focus in because they let this game get away from them a little bit.
Vucevic finds Barrett. 3-pointer, no good.
Well, he had 6 points from beyond the arc in the first half, but yet to get it going here in the second.
And the ball out of play. The Raptors will have it. Quickly is checked in for Toronto.
Raptors. Emmanuel quickly.
The Raptors have gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. Shoots a fadeaway. Here's Vucevic. Oh, rejected by Wembanyama. From the wing. Goes back up. Sohan. Vassell outside. Shot clock at 5. Outside Wembanyama. Wemby showing off the range.
Yeah, you've got to worry about Wembanyama everywhere. He puts a defense to the test.
And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
First team foul.
He misses the free throw.
Line for your Raptors. R.J. Barrett.
He hits the second from the line. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Sohan inside, working on Barnes. From deep, Wembanyama buries it from 3. Wembanyama's got 8 points in the quarter.
When Wembanyama goes up, he can be so quick. I mean, the rookie looking very assertive.
And Toronto calls time here.
Coach really needs to get his guys fired up and attacking the glass. They're not putting up much of a fight, and it's led to way too many second chance shots.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Darko Rajakovic was going over with his team. He was harping on the number of offensive rebounds that they've given up. He told them they have to recommit to the defensive glass. He said, quote, "We're not walking away with the W if we don't box out." A simple message, guys, but an important one.
All right, appreciate it, Allie.
This team relies on Barnes to drill threes, just stretching out the floor. High-value assist there, finding him inside for the finish.
Raptors trail by 14. It's Barrett on the wing. And he banks in the layup. Barrett's got 24.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession.
Vassell outside. Here's Wembanyama. Oh, a sturdy shot from Victor.
Look, if I'm one of his teammates, I just keep getting him the ball. He has been lights out.
The Raptors have got 5 out of 10 shots to drop here in the final quarter. Here's Robinson. Kicks it to Quickly. Over Paul. And it's Quickly with a miss. Tipped away. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Vucevic. Keldon Johnson, he's checked in for San Antonio.
Keldon Johnson.
Spurs lead by 14. Pass to Paul. Over Quickly. Here's Wembanyama. Uses the glass on the layup. Wembanyama's got 41.
That's very light work for Wembanyama from that close.
Quickly finds Barnes for 3. Barrett keeps it alive. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Big time effort on the glass.
And when you have a touch that soft, those tip-ins are easier to make. The Spurs have gone 7 of 14 here in the fourth from the floor. Pass to Wembanyama. And there's the whistle. They'll pin that one on Nikola Vucevic. That's foul number 2 for him. Now that we have a few years of reference, it's safe to say the NBA play-in tournament has been a roaring success, Grant.
Yeah, I agree, B.A. And people forget it was created in the peak of the pandemic. The league set up a lifeline for teams that lost key players to COVID, but it has turned into something much, much greater.
For 3, Barrett. Rebound by San Antonio. Sohan's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Shot by Johnson, no good. Raptors trail by 16. Right side, Robinson. Driving in. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Well, Robinson just knows who he is, which is a volume three-point shooter who can help space the floor.
The first one falls. And both free throws good for Robinson. Spurs lead by 14. Now here's Vassell. Johnson on the wing. Puts up a 3. Here's Wembanyama. Banked it in off the glass. Wembanyama's got 45 points.
Getting buckets at a critical time. Just give him the ball and let him go to work.
Shot is good by Barrett.
And I love the confidence from Barrett. He enjoys finding room inside and capitalizing.
Vassell passes to Wembanyama. Oh! Wembanyama throws it down.
Well, Well, he's been dialed in. Very efficient here in the second half.
The three from Barnes. Rebound by San Antonio. Johnson's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Pass to Paul. Back to Johnson. Knocked loose. Shot clock at 6. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. And a chance now to look at the schedule for San Antonio. On Tuesday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Detroit to take on the Pistons. Then on Thursday, they'll be matching up against Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And for that game against the Celtics, you'd be hard-pressed to find a more even pairing in the league. That one promises to be a really closely fought battle.
Out of bounds, it'll be Toronto's ball. And so quickly we'll bring it up for the Raptors. Outside Barnes. Fires the three. It's hauled in by Wembanyama.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Paul can't get it to go.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Barnes passes to Quickly. That's in. Coming off an assist from Barnes.
Yeah, he's been able to turn it around after a rough first half. He's now looking much better offensively.
Outside Paul. Back to Vassell. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
What a throwdown by Vassell. This is why he looks to get to the basket.
Back to Quickly. Outside Robinson. Lets the three fly. Knocks it down from distance.
And that's a defensive lapse. A shooter of his caliber can't be left wide open.
Paul passes to Sohan. Johnson with it. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's going to belong to Nikola Vucevic.
And Johnson just knows how to fool defenders. Great shot fake there.
Stan, when you talk to others about Keldon Johnson, one of the things you hear is that he's a natural leader.
Yeah, Brian, look, the intangibles with him are off the charts. This is a guy that got on the United States national team because of the kind of person and player he is. He leads by example every day.
Pass to Wembanyama. Now Sohan. Outside Paul. Outside Johnson. From deep three-point range. Barnes with the rebound. Barnes has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Back to Pirtle. Quickly from outside. Sohan with a rebound. San Antonio leading by 12. Outside Johnson. Down low. Here's Wembanyama. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Wembanyama's got 49 in the game.
Well, you know, for such a big guy, Wembanyama has excellent body control.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
That free throw no good.
For your Raptors, Scotty Barnes. 2 shots.
Good on the second one. San Antonio with the ball. 13-point lead. Paul passes to Wembanyama. Rebound Toronto.
Tremendous defensive effort. Saving a bucket right there.
Well, he's such a competitor at that end of the floor. Never takes a possession off.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Quickly against Paul. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to go on Emmanuel quickly.
Well, he's been playing this game a few years now. So CP3 knows how to draw contact and get to the line. And, man, looking good from the line so far this half.
Quickly deciding where to go with it. Robinson for three. Pure from three-point range.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
They get this rebound, but they haven't been able to keep up on the boards. They're lucky the game is as close as it is.
Quickly outside. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. Quickly's got 13 points here in the second half alone. And here's Vassell. To the paint.
2 minutes remaining.
With the fadeaway. And it's good. He hits another one. And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Robinson passes to Quickly. And here's Pirtle. Covered by Wembanyama. The rebound by the Spurs. Sohan's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big-time effort. Offensive board. Oh, it's blocked by Barnes. And he gets it back. Nice shot by Wembanyama. A minute 37 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Outside Robinson. Pass to Barnes. On the wing quickly. The three. It's hauled in by Wembanyama.
Just too many missed threes for him tonight. He must be sharper here down the stretch.
And the dunk by Wembanyama.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Spurs.
They ran the fast break beautifully all night long. It was a huge part of their success.
It's so true. They clearly ran the floor well, constantly putting pressure on the defense. Just a tremendous effort.
And this result tonight, it gets them to 44 wins on the year.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Victor Wembanyama.
Well, the defense he played is what jumps out to me. Did a fantastic job to bother shooters, and he's got the blocks to show for it.
They're on a little run right now, but I'm wondering, where was this energy earlier?
Yeah, it's so frustrating as a coach when it takes your team this long to get into a rhythm.
Now here's Sohan. He's guarded by Barnes. Tries a 10-footer. The shot by Sohan, no good. On the break. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Back to Robinson. Shoots over Paul. Robinson can't hit. And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. They led by as many as 18. So we see the Spurs taking the W here. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Focused indeed. I mean, it takes a strong mental approach to block out the distractions. These guys stepped up 100%.
And that'll do it, folks. For Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson signing off. So long, everyone.